In this example, this over here is actually number 10 in our recent worksheet where we're solving systems of equations, and we're going to solve this other example by elimination. A lot of students tend to gravitate towards solving by substitution, but elimination could be really helpful. In order to solve this one by elimination, and you'll see in number 7, it was slightly different, I'm going to multiply everything in this equation right here by the blurriness. I'm going to multiply everything here by 4. Now, that means that the y variables will both have a 4 in front. So I'm going to multiply this by 4 all the way through, and I put parentheses to really show it. That means over here, 4 times negative 2x, I'll have negative 8x. Plus 4 times y is 4y equals 4 times negative 10 is negative 40. I'm going to leave my bottom equation the way it is. Sometimes you need to multiply both equations by a number to make it work. I don't need to do that in this example. If you want to put the curly bracket on it again, you can. Now, if I'm going to eliminate a variable, it's not going to be x because they have different numbers in front. It's going to be y. A lot of times you would rather one of them be negative and one be positive. If for some reason they're both positive, this is why it's different than 7. If they're both positive or if they're both negative, instead of adding your equations, you're just going to subtract your whole entire bottom equation from your whole entire top equation. So go slowly, one at a time. Negative 8x minus 5x. You're negative 8 feet deep in a hole. You dig 5 feet deeper. How many feet deep are you? Negative 13x. But you're distributing that minus sign. We're distributing in our heads. What's 4y minus 4y? Eliminated. That's what it is. Amazing. Equals negative 40 minus negative 1. Minus negative 1 becomes plus. So negative 40 plus 1. We go up closer to 0. So we're at negative 39. Divide both sides, because we're trying to at least solve for x, by the coefficient of negative 13. The negative 13 eliminates, and we get x equals negative over a negative is positive, and 39 divided by 13 is 3. This is only part of our answer. Take that number and plug it into either equation and find the y value from there. So I went back to one of my originals. I'm going to fill 3 in for x. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6 plus y equals negative 10. And then I'm going to add 6 to both sides. And I get y equals negative 4. If you just leave your answers like this, it's really not done or correct. So what we need to do is we write our answer as an ordered pair. What's that ordered pair? 3, negative 4. So your answer or solution is this right over here. One last thing before we leave is finish this example is if you try to solve by either elimination or tomorrow's substitution, and when you're solving and doing everything, all your x's and y's eliminate, and you just get something like 5 equals 5. If you get a true statement randomly in your problem, that means that your answer you're going to write is its infinite solutions, okay? So this is just a little bonus moment right now. That would mean infinite solutions because the two lines that you have in your system are actually the same line, okay? And if you get a false statement, so something like, 5 equals 2, well, that's certainly not true. So if we get a false statement like 5 equals 2, well, that's false. That just means no solution. And again, the reason you would have no solution is because you actually have parallel lines and they never intersect. Okay? Oops, I should pull this out a little further. So I hope that you copied all of this down. Go through it again later if you need to, but we are solving a system of equations. So if you watch the intro to the main lesson video, you're going to get a full review and explanation of what systems of equations are. This was the last example on the worksheet. So there's 4 elimination examples, and I do number 7 in the lesson, and here's number 10, and you only have to do 8 and 9 on your own. If you think at the end of all this you understand it and you have it done fairly decent, give it a thumbs up. And if you're still struggling and confused or couldn't finish it, put a thumbs down. Okay? If you had to fast forward and skip around and you don't know what's going on. Okay? Have a great day.